Good evening, scrotums. It's Thursday. We are in Welsh Wales. Excuse me. This is the third time I've done this intro. We are in the Ogwen Valley, which is North Wales, the other side of Snowdon, Bump. And tomorrow we're going to go up Tryfan, around and do like the Ogwen horseshoe, if you like. Goes up past Millstone Buttress, up the gully, onto the top, carry on the ridge to Ifan, I think it's called. Don't trust me on that. All the way round the tops, and we'll come down the other side of Ogwen Valley, past the lake at the bottom where the Devil's Combe, Idwell slabs are, and Lake Idwell, or whatever you call it, Combe Idwell at the bottom. Yeah, so I'll shut the van up and show you where we're going, but let me just it's still a bit too hot for me, so get the van keys, shut her up and go for a walk. So this is Lyn Ogwen. That's the visitor centre at the bottom. We're going to be going across this boulder field up there. Across, you can't see it, but there's a gully in between Millstone Buttress and the terrace. There's a little gully up the middle of the two, which leads us onto the top. We're going all the way up there, and then we're going to follow the horseshoe all the way round, and we'll be coming down over there. This is the only signal we've got. I think it's 1 bar 4G, pretty crap, but all the other lay-bys don't have any signal, hence all campers are in here. Or not campers, but vans, as you can see. There's loads of vans, cats. With little Nelly, and unfortunately we had to make that tough decision and have her put to sleep, which for when you've had a dog in your life for how many years, over 14 years, I mean, it's fucking like having a little kid killed, you know what I mean? It's absolutely not as bad as that, obviously, but she was, you know, the family dog when the boys were little. And she was just a massive character, basically, in a small package. So not the same, but it was the same, you know. But we've got to move on, and this is a good way for me to get off me fat arse, do some walking, get back to making videos, and hopefully you'll enjoy this one. Tomorrow we're gonna do up Tryfan, like I say. The day after, which will be Saturday, we're gonna hopefully go up Cribgot Ridge up onto the top of Snowdon. But you know, no reason why we shouldn't. Yeah, and this is just a short introduction. So I shall see you all later when I've drunk my coffee, and tomorrow morning when we're up and at 'em. See you later, scruffers. And away. Good morning, scrotums. I've been so lazy this morning, it's unbelievable. I've got too many clothes on, I'm going to be sweating my knackers off going up this hill. Slightly overcast sky, but don't matter. We're just going to mosey on up this hill and hopefully see what happens when we get to the top. Along a bit, maybe have a bit of a picnic somewhere, first lunch, and yeah, let's keep you informed. See you later, scruffers. So, van's there. We've come up this rocky section, and then we've just worked our way around and up, scrambling up and up there. There's loads and loads of paths. Yeah, there's loads and loads of paths up here. I think it's just a case of finding one you're happy with and just meandering your way up it. There's some straight left and some straight up and some right and some crossing between the lot. It's not a very well defined path as such, but you can see most of them are really polished. So I've picked this polished path and I'm going to go to the top on this one, I think. That's about it for now. Yeah, look, we've come to this shoulder. I think we're going to meander his way up to the top up there. We come up these little gully kind of scrambly things. See a bit closer up. The path just takes its way up. So we'll just keep going really. Drop my rucksack off just there and show you the view. On the hills. So Oh, lovely. It's like concrete. Concrete here. Yeah, well, that's a bit. And we're right up. You know, we just passed that tooth thing down there. I didn't go and take a picture on it. I like these. This is just like conglomerate. It's obviously not, but we're coming through this little gap here, look. Let's see. It's like little pebbles. They are, the little pebbles. The pebbles or shells? Pebbles. Like quartz, I think. Yeah. Like concrete. See path now. Up there. Up. Working its way up that grassy ridge, I think it goes up there, and then it'll pop over the edge somewhere. We'll see. Here we are on the top. Show you around. Scoop of death up there to the top, all the way around, and then down that ridge, down the ridge to the clough, and down that ridge. You see path all the way down. I'm about halfway up this gully. I am sucking it in here. Gee whiz. It's not cold, it's not breezy, but the sun's doing its job. Good job, sun. Coming out up Tryfan, it was quite hard finding the route up. Not hard, you know, you can pick your way up. But because there's so many paths up and around, yeah, I thought it was quite tricky route finding on it, but you picked a way and you went up. Same with getting off the top, because it's just a jumble of little boulders. You have to pick your way through them, and you know you're heading in this direction, so you're all right. Fucking hell, I'm breathing heavy though. Just a minute ago. Gee whiz. Let me turn this round. Yeah, that's what we come up. That's Tryfan. You work your way down. That's where I stopped, out of the wind. And you work your way up this loose, tottery scree. I've got to go up that way now, up that gully, and round corner. Now stop breathing. Let's get going. top of Glyder Fach. That's where Death Gully comes up. That's just Castle Gigwent over there, where we're going, and then down and around the ridge. If you see in between the gap, there's people on the top, right there, them little dots. That's Tryfan. You maybe can't see it, but there are people on the top of that. So yeah, we're coming up here. So we've just made this way off the top. We've walked all the way round, come down, we've just scrambled down this little rock band here. Off the top. Scrambled his way down through there. Now we're going to head along here. That path comes round down the mountain. That's like Kidwell round the bottom there. Happy days. Oh, this is a right good spot, look. That's where we started off, up the other side of Tryfan, up to the top. See if I can zoom in on the top. Then we come down the path, down to the combe, other side of this, all the way round, and come back on the top of this ridge here, down this ridge, and then we've come back down this path here. So that's the wall that I sat behind. And the gully is behind this ridge here. That's Glyder Fach up there. You come round the back side of that, and you work your way down this rock band here, where I showed you. I was stood about there, and then we've just come down now, down this big path here. We're gonna path just meanders along, look, down the other side of that lump, down to the lake. You can see it in the bottom there, look, we get to that path and then we back down to Fat Frida. That's overlooking towards the sea in distance, can you? In the distance, that's Bethesda over there anyway. So we're just coming down that last little bit, and I was wondering when the last time I was up Tryfan, and there's a book written by William Horwood, a group of books called Duncton Wood, and the main character in it is a mole, and he is from Tryfan, and he goes on a massive quest down to from Uffington, which is around Salisbury Way, and I think there's 3 books: Duncton Wood, Duncton Lost, and Duncton Found, or something like that, I forget. But yeah, I read them when I was about 18, and that was the last time I was up Tryfan. So that's quite some years ago, and I still, in the loft, have my copies of Duncton Wood. Yeah, weather's been good. It's been a right nice day. I know I've not finished yet. I've only got to meander down onto the big track, and then I'm back to the visitor centre, and then I'm up to Van. But it's been a lovely day. Now I'll turn the camera around again and give you another view. So that's the visitor centre, Ogwyn Visitor Centre. That's the car park where Fatty is. Let me just zoom in there. So we went up the other side of Tryfan. As I've said all this. I know I've said all this, but it's beautiful. Look at it. Look at this. Up there, down, down. Other side of the wall. Up the other side is that horrible gully. Up to the tops. Along. And you go around the back of that. Follow the ridge line across, and that is the little scramble that I come down that I showed you, and then we've just meandered our way around this path here. And yeah, so we've only got a little bit further to go, a couple of mile, couple of 3-4 mile. Happy times. There is a couple they've set off in this gully here. I don't know why. I can't see them. Oh, I can. They're right on that ridge line there, look. And that little V point. I don't know why they're going that way, because they can't. It's a pain in bollocks to get down that way. I think they've been climbing on Idwell slabs, which is just the other side of this ridge here. I'll show you it when we're in bottom. Yeah. So this is Lake Idwell. Idwell slabs up there. Devil's Combe over there. And if you're in your Arthurian legends, this is one of the lakes where Excalibur is buried. There was a big landslip and it covered an entrance to a cave full of treasure. So a bit of Arthurian legend for you there. Excalibur. I'm not going in to look for it though. It's a bit nipple. It's a bit deep for me to go swimming in that. Well, here we are. Back in Fat Frida. We have done 8.5 miles. That's all. But it has been like that. Like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. 8.5 miles. We set off at 3:30. 3:30. We set off at let's not rock it too much. Set off at 9:30, 9:15. Got back to Van 3:30. 8.5 miles up Tryfan, down to the fence, across to Glyder Fach, across to I can't remember the name of it, but you walk round, you saw all this down that little rock band, down the bottom, across to Lake Idwell, and then to the visitor centre, and then back along the road, which is only about 3/4 of a mile along the road. So yeah, what a fantastic day. I can feel it in my legs. My knees are a bit sore, but all in all, it's been brilliant. We've done a little bit of book with Duncton Wood and William Horwood. A little bit of history with Arthurian legend and Excalibur in Lake Idwell. That is about it, scrotums. Until tomorrow. Ta-da!